Hello everyone and welcome back. So today's mani tutorial is on this lovely Bloody Cuts mani for Halloween. And I want to start by apologizing by how quick this video is going to be as far as like simplicity. This is going to be a super simple one, and the reason being is my youngest is got some kind of stomach virus and is home from school. And I need to be available for him as quickly as possible. So I went with something super simple so that way, I could make sure that I have myself available for him, as well as give you guys something that's also really easy and quick at the same time. I know most of my stuff isn't always so quick or so simple. But this is a nice, neat one for anybody who likes gory stuff, and it's pretty simple, and it can be long or short nails easily without any issues. So I used CAD's Halloween 004, and it's a lovely layered image plate for those kind of images. And I have my base color prepped, which only took 2 coats. So I used Sand Topaz from Essie for the base color. I used Seche Vite's Quick Dry Top Coat and Born Pretty's Smudge Free Top Coat. So for the stamping polishes, I used 4 different stamping polishes from Maniology. I used Sonnet B425, Pewter B323, Toy Soldier B227, and Cherry Bomb B326. So we will go ahead and get into the design. Get my cotton ball prepped. So I'm going to start with Sonnet. On the thumb, we are going to grab this image right here. Alright, let's move this over just a smidge so it's a little easier for me to work in this space. So now I'm going to grab a little bit of Scotch tape and clean up around the image. Alright. And now I'm going to take and put it across the nail diagonally. Make sure there's no fuzz. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to grab Toy Soldier. And I'm going to grab this image right here. Okay. Grab. Alright. Clean up around the image. And now we're going to line this up in the center of the previous image and go across. So now we have a bloody cut without the staples. Okay, so now we're going to take pewter. We're going to use this image right here. clean up around the image. And now we're going to line that up across the cut, like so. And go ahead and apply our smudge-free top coat. Like so. Okay, so for the index and the ring, we're going to use Cherry Bomb, and we're going to get the blood splatter image right here. This one. And then we're going to place across the nail. There's a smudge free. And grab our ring finger. Okay, so now I'm going to take the fuzz out of the images. Okay. Once again, grab the blood splatter. Alright, clean off the witch, part of that. Now I have all of the blood splatter. Go ahead and put our smudge-free top coat. Now we're going to grab the middle fingers. Okay, so for the middle finger, we are going to use these slash images. And grab Sonnet. Oh, dry out my polishes here. And I'm going to grab this image right here. And we're going to clean up around it. And then we're going to diagonally place across the nail, like so. And now I'm going to grab Toy Soldier. I'm going to grab this image right here, the deeper part of the cut. You want to carefully layer it over top of the previous image. And grab the smudge-free top coat. Gives it more depth and dimension. Okay, so we are on our final nail. We are on the pinky. So for the pinky, we are going to grab this image right here with Sonnet. Clean up around the image. We're going to go across diagonally, like so. And now we're going to grab this image with Toy Soldier. And then we're going to layer that carefully across the image, like so. And last but not least, we're going to go in with pewter. Okay. So now we're going to take pewter and we're going to pick up this image right here. Okay, now that I've collected all of the excess imagery, I'm going to carefully layer over top, like so. Smudge-free top coat. Okay, so let that dry for a moment and we'll put our Sacha Vitae on. Okay. There, nice and clean. Okay. Okay, I did forget to mention what the base color is. No, I did mention it's Sand Topaz from Essie. I am sorry, guys. I am so scatterbrained. I have not slept much all weekend. We tried to attend a friend of ours' wedding, and shortly after arriving, my youngest threw up outside of the barn. And we had discovered that the stomach bug that had been going around school had hit him too. And then, of course, on the way home, he spewed all over the back of the car. And oh, it was fun, and not in a good way. But yeah, so it's been a fun weekend. I'm hoping that today, testing without medication, that he is better, and can hold down the graham crackers I gave him this morning, without the assistance of medication. And the stress of him being sick with a stomach bug has just kept me from being able to sleep. And for background on this, okay, he is the autistic one that is mostly nonverbal, and 2.5 years ago, we almost lost him to rotavirus, and he was in the hospital for 2 days. And that was a really, really terrifying time. His blood sugar had dropped dangerously low. His digestive system had completely shut down. He could not even hold water into his stomach, so he became exceptionally dehydrated. And it was bad. And now, because of that, it's hard for me to not get extremely anxious whenever he gets sick, because he has a hard time communicating what's going on with his body. However, this time around, he did try to tell me that he wasn't feeling well right before he got sick, this time around, so that does help. However, he doesn't fully understand what's going on with his own body, and he doesn't fully understand how to tell us, so things with him become a lot more dangerous when he's sick than it would be, say, our 9-year-old if he had gotten sick. It's a very different experience, because our 9-year-old can tell us his symptoms, he can tell us what's going on, and we know what to do for sure with him, and we're not playing guessing games. Unlike the youngest, who, whenever he gets sick with anything, it is a complete guessing game every single time he gets sick. And because of that, it makes it a lot harder. Now, he is starting to learn how to understand his body. He is starting to learn how to communicate about what's going on with it, so that way we can better help him when he gets sick. But it is still a long ways off from being very helpful on dealing with it. He is still got a long ways to go. And, you know, everything looks good so far about him being better, but we don't know for sure. I'm testing today, and hopefully I can send him back to school tomorrow and resume normal routine for him. But without being able to communicate well with him because of his difficulties with communication, it prolongs the process significantly, and we don't always know if he's really feeling better or not, because he struggles with that kind of communication, understanding his body, and all of that. Hence the reason we are still in the potty training process. We've got him about halfway there with the potty training, and it's getting better. So that's part of why he was able to try to communicate with me that he wasn't feeling good. So, you know, this is just one of those times where I'm very tired, and I'm just trying to get my boy back up and running normally again. I hate seeing my kids sick. It breaks my heart every time. It's scary, especially with the youngest, because like I said, he does not have great communication, and we almost lost him a couple of years ago because of that. And you know, I really don't want to ever go through that again. It changed a lot of how we operate in the household, like things that I used to only get after they would get sick and not keep on hand in bulk like I do now. I would only keep small quantities of, like Pedialyte and certain things. And like ever since, I've also keep prescription anti-nausea meds on hand, approved by his doctor for this reason, because it's so risky with him. So now I keep that on hand, and that's what I did yesterday to make sure that his digestive system did not completely shut down like it did in the past, and allowed him to process fluids and, you know, slowly introduce foods and things like that. So, you know, it changed everything in the household after that. So we do everything we can to make sure that they stay healthy, but in the event that they do get sick, it's a bit of a struggle. So thankfully, he seems to be doing better, but we don't know. It's too soon. So I've applied our Seche Vite to the Manny, and for those of you who like the nice bloody gory, of course, this is for you guys. So, once again, I am sorry that it's such a simple one. It is a pretty neat one, and it is a nice layered one, but it is very simple, and it does showcase the Cad's plate, and it's been a while since I've done something other than Maniology. So I believe that's everything I have for you guys, and I hope you all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be, wherever you're at while you're watching this video. And until next time, guys, thank you all for watching. Bye.